Hi guys, this is my final blog post for New Orleans. Again, it is April 8th of 2015, and we're wrapping it up tomorrow. The project is done. Well, yeah, you can call it a project. Experience week is done, and this is it. This is the last time I'll be talking to you guys, at least for a while. I mean, maybe I'll go on the trip again, and vlog again. Well, vlog. I'm kind of, yeah. Anyway, I'm supposed to summarize my trip for you, which, if you've watched my other posts, you kind of already get it. So I'm not gonna so much as summarize what we did as the experience itself and how I feel, and I'll probably thank a few people again because I'm really thankful for all that I'm given, and I'm really glad to have the experience. So, we left on, what day was it? I think we got back on the 27th. I don't know what day it was. Just say the 23rd. Yeah, I'll say the 23rd. And we got back on the 27th, and it wasn't that long of a trip. It was 5 days, and the first day was wasted in the airport, and the second day was pretty much the airport too. So we really only had 3 days in New Orleans, and trying to manage 17 kids with only 3 adults, despite us being teenagers, is a lot to handle. It's a lot to handle a large amount of people. It doesn't matter the age. They could be any age, and it's still going to be a difficult task. So I give a lot of gratitude to our adults that volunteered to come with on this trip, which of course it's kind of hard to pass up an opportunity to go travel, because I know for me, as long as I have the money, I'm not going to pass up trips, because they're good experience, they're life experience, they're seeing new things, doing new things, trying new things, just becoming more aware of things, of different cultures, of different cities, of different states, of different countries, of different continents, depending on where you're traveling, like, for me, it's just a different state. It's still in the United States. I live in the United States, so it's here, but it's a different state. It's different people. It's a different culture. It's all different. It's something new that I haven't seen before, something that I haven't tried. I tried a lot of new things on this trip. Like, I hate bridges, and I've kind of, I mean, I haven't overcame it. I haven't overcame my fear, but it kind of helps being around encouraging people all the time, being around people who want to see you succeed, that people want you to feel like you are important, and that it's okay to not feel the best all the time. Like, they're just supportive people of everything, of your emotions, of your choices, of everything. And this is the people I was surrounded with this entire trip. It was just a lot of good, nice, strong people. And so I had some troubles over this trip. Not because of the trip, not because of what we did, but because of me. And it was an awful time to have that happen. And I hated it, because you'd hate it any time. You hate being sad, or hate being tired. You hate all of those feelings. Everyone does. And having it be placed at a time that I'm supposed to be really happy, and I'm supposed to be enjoying myself, and I'm supposed to take some time off to just let things go and be a part of my surroundings and be aware of what I'm doing and not be trapped inside my house just doing work. I'm supposed to be walking and seeing nature and seeing people and new things. And I was kind of trapped in my own head for a little while. And they just tried their best to get me out of that. And they tried their best to help me enjoy this. And the biggest factor of this entire trip, this trip wouldn't be possible without Paul. This trip wouldn't be possible without Joan or David either, but Paul, I would say, planned the most things. He worked so hard on this trip, and I can't even imagine planning a trip for that many people. And you're always going to get someone who's unsatisfied with what they're doing, and he takes it so well. He's like, okay, well, we're going to do this, but then we can do something else. Or, okay, let's compromise. Let's give you some options. And he's just there. And we went through so many things while we were there. Like, we had a lot of ups and downs, and he just takes them in stride, and he conquers all of these obstacles. And so does Joan and David, so does all of these people. Just everyone on this trip is very great. And I know from past experience that school trips can be different. They're not obviously with your family, and things with your family are always going to be different. They're not with necessarily your own friend group. It wasn't with my friend group. None of these people had been really my friends. I mean, they're just acquaintances, people that you've known or seen or talked to occasionally, but no one that's close to me. And that's always a different experience. It's kind of like meeting someone almost. Like, you know them enough, you know their name, you know that they go to your school and such, but you don't really know them. And so it's almost like going on a trip with strangers, or going on a trip by yourself, or something of that sorts. And it's always a different experience, and it's not necessarily good always, but these people manage to make it great. And I didn't like everything we did. It'd be hard to, because it can't be designed just for you, because it's not just for you. It's for 17 kids and 3 adults that don't have the same outlooks on things, that don't have the same opinions, that don't have the same tastes. But even the things that I didn't like were enjoyable for the fact that other people were enjoying it around me, and I was learning new things, and I was seeing new things, and everything is so much better when you're aware of your surroundings, when you're aware that, okay, so maybe I don't like this, maybe this isn't my thing, but this is someone else's thing, and you're letting them be happy, and you're letting them see the things that they want to see, and that just makes it worth it. Like, I don't think there's too many feelings in the world that are better than seeing someone else happy or making someone else smile. And that's kind of what this was. It was teamwork. It was us all being leaders. We were all trying to lead each other. And being in a group of leaders can be difficult, but at the same time it can be rewarding. And I think that's what this was. It was a rewarding trip. We had a bunch of meetings before this that had been Experience Fridays, and it takes up time. And you might want to do other things. It's like, okay, I don't really want to sit here and learn about this when I can be doing this. But it's so worth it in the end. And to anyone who is looking to go on a trip with the school, if it's with these people or similar people, I definitely recommend it, because it doesn't matter if they're not your friends. It doesn't matter if you know them. It doesn't matter if they know you. None of that matters when you're together, because you're a team and you're working towards the same goal. You all just want to go on this trip. You want to see things and you want to try things. And I think that being around self-motivated people and people who want to get things accomplished helps you accomplish more things. It only makes sense. I mean, when you're around people who want to do nothing, it wears off on you eventually. And when you're around people who want to get lots of things done, you're going to want to get more things done too, because they are your influences. They are influencing you to do the things that you either want or don't want to do. And I think out of this trip, the thing I took out the most was people, which I keep repeating myself kind of in different phrases in different forms. I keep talking about people, and it sounds really general, and it probably doesn't sound that interesting. It's probably a little dull, a little boring, a little, I don't know, kind of makes you sound as if you didn't take anything out of the trip itself. But really, that's what I took out of the trip. I took out that when people work together, you can do amazing things. And it's nothing that's new. It's not knowledge that I hadn't already had prior to this trip. It's not something that is mind blowing. It's an obvious fact, but when you see it in motion, when you see it happening right next to you, right within you, when you see things occurring, when you see people enjoying themselves, it helps you enjoy yourself more, because it just does. I can't really explain it. All I know is that people everywhere are different and people are unique, and especially in New Orleans, you're going to see all kinds of different things. You're going to see anything from these palm readers to these street performers to tourists to locals to all sorts of races and religions, and you see that in a lot of places, but for some reason New Orleans is a lot different. It's different. There's a cultural difference that exists there that doesn't exist in most places. And I don't know how it was created. I'm not aware of that history of how, obviously there's the French Quarter and there was the Louisiana Purchase and such, but I find it amazing that that still is intact, that people there still, obviously not all and obviously not even majority probably, but there are a lot of French speaking people there. And it surprises me how many people come together and are brought together by this language within the United States in this small little area of a moderately large city. And it's just all people. It's the people there. It's the people I went on this trip with. It's the people that brought this trip together. It's the people. And traveling and seeing new places and going to places and having these places be created wouldn't be possible without people. We create these things. We made the airplane to get us there. We made the van that drove us around. We built the city from the ground, not us personally, but as people. We as people create opportunities for each other. And even as small as they were within our group, we created an opportunity. And every time a new opportunity is created, I think that that's the best thing. Giving people opportunities. Because that is how people get what they want. That is how people accomplish things. Is they have to be presented with the opportunity, or they have to make the opportunity. It's all about opportunities, and you have to take them when they're given to you. And I really hope that after this, I keep that in mind. And when I'm presented with something that I can do, and I just take it, and I just do it. because good opportunities are few and far between sometimes, and when they're given to you, it's important to just do it.